Hi guys, James here from the Mad Tin Hatter blog again. This time I'm just covering off my German infantry and infantry anti-tank forces. Quick zoomed out, or far away view I should say, of the various aspects of this collection. So since my last video, not a huge amount of progress on this. There are a few things that have been added. So I'll start down here. As a gamer, I'm really keen on exploring the different aspects of the Normandy campaign. One of the things that it's important to bear in mind is that not every gun was an 88, not every gun was even a Pak 40. So whilst I do have an odd number of Pak 40s here, two of them were actually originally part of the Nebelwerfer unit. I've got 5 here. I'm sure I've got quite a few still to build that I can make this up to a unit of 6 or more. So I've got my Pak 40s at the front. I've also got my Pak 36s, which are the 3.7cm anti-tank guns. Absolutely obsolete by Normandy. They are not even going to penetrate the front armour of a Sherman unless the Sherman is extremely close and they can use a special shaped charge round that they have. But it is fun, I think, in a scenario game to give a German player kind of second rate forces and basically say, right, you've got to stop the Allies, get on with it. It does put a different perspective on things for them, I believe. In the middle there I have a couple of infantry guns. Would quite like to get some Russian infantry guns with German crews, just because of the research I've done on this infantry division seems to indicate that they were equipped with a fair amount of kind of foreign captured equipment. And then I have some Pak 38s. These are the 5cm anti-tank guns. Still relatively useful against Shermans and stuff like that. Again, just nice to give the Germans a different thing to worry about, or a different thing to take on board. At the front here I have what I kindly refer to as my rejects pile. So I have 6 spotters. You might have noticed if you've watched my artillery video that there are no spotters on the table. Flames of War 4th edition, you only really need 1. The scenario games we play, we would use as many as seemed reasonable given the scenario, but we might have a spotter on the table and no artillery. We might have multiple spotters for different batteries, etc. It just depends on the scenario. But I currently have 6 of them separate. At the front we also have command teams that are currently surplus to requirements under the Revision 4 rules. Some of these will be recycled when I paint more infantry in the future. But again, something that handy for scenario games, and at the moment I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with them. At the side here we have a couple of units which are not specifically surplus. I painted these deliberately. Each stand is 2 men with a Panzerfaust. Again, the type of games we play, that type of small unit ambushing is actually really useful. So I had painted a couple of 2-man Panzerfaust teams and a couple of 2-man Panzerschreck teams, and then it turned out that actually with the version 4 late war rules, the platoons, the German infantry platoons will have a 2-man Panzerschreck team. Panzerschreck team, so that's useful. But really, for the scenario games we play, it was just little kind of side of the road ambush type things that I wanted. So I've got all that stuff. At the back here we have 3 infantry platoons and 1 Fusilier platoon, so 3 Grenadier, 1 Fusilier. The Fusilier platoon the Fusilier unit in the division was basically used as a mobile reserve because they had bicycles and recce forces, so a small unit of them. Use that quite a lot in the bigger games because they sit quite well with a couple of MG42s defending an outpost. 3 Grenadier platoons, large Pioneer platoon. These ones here, I have 3 MG42 or HMG42 or Schwer MG42 teams, whatever way you want to put it, One of them is Peter Pig figures, the other two are Battlefront figures. Why so many machine guns? Again, really the type of games that we play. We tend to find that we form small camp groups of, say, a pack 40 or two, some machine guns, some infantry, more kind of what we consider to be historical deployments rather than kind of grouped together force deployments. Always a shortage of machine guns. It's one of these things that when you read any account about Normandy, there was a lot of reports of the MG42 fire, so got quite a few of them. Just painted up 2 platoons recently for the the Utah game that we played. At the side of the machine guns, we have a mortar platoon and a couple of machine gun bunkers. In the centre here, I've got my 1 and 2 IC, Panzer Schreck, medium base team as per the old rules. We would still use them for stuff in our games. A couple of mortars, which is an optional extra, or used to be an optional extra for the command team. Currently, they would possibly be added just to give me extra options mortar platoon wise. Snipers, 3 teams of snipers and a sniper character. Again, the type of games we play, that type of stuff is snipers and things, quite useful to have. So, recent additions then have been the infantry guns, the lighter anti-tank guns, extra machine guns, but basically that's kind of it. Not a huge amount more movement on German infantry. I do have plans to do an SS infantry company. I do have a lot of metal infantry, German infantry still to paint, so definitely there'll be some Luftwaffe security platoons and things as well. We'll see what else comes out, but to be honest, painting German infantry is a bit of a pain in the bum compared to painting the Allied stuff, and my interest has always been the Allied stuff. But I think I tallied it up. When I was painting the MG42s recently, I tallied it up, and I use 3 times as many colours painting a German infantryman than I do painting a British infantryman. So there's a lot of kind of back and forth, doing this, doing that, and then that's not including the fact that some of them might have camouflaged helmet covers or trousers or jackets, all that sort of stuff. So German infantry has quite a lot of work, but I suppose the bad guys have to be painted. So that's it for now. That's the kind of German infantry collection. I think between this series of videos I've done today, I've actually covered off all of my German forces at the moment. I'll hopefully move on to some British stuff while I've still got light. Thanks, guys.